Greetings, citizens. This isn't Laz talking right now. This is Mike. And what I want to do is, I was away. I missed about a week. I missed a live stream that I promoted. So I kind of want to give you a. This is also. This is going to be a state of the channel episode, but it's also going to be something else. For a while, I have been struggling with mental health issues. My friends know this. Those of us, everyone knows this in my life. But I want to let you guys and gals in on this to begin with, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting a feature on this channel that I'm going to call "Screaming into the Void," and it's going to be my mental health journey, my steps, highs, lows, what have you. And this is not going to be a regular feature. I'm going to be doing this every once in a while when the muse strikes me, so to speak. And I was thinking about making this a separate YouTube channel, but I came to the realization that I have followers, I have subscribers, I have fiends, as I call you guys, and you're all, like, I consider you all family. You're helping supporting me. You help me do what I love, and so for that, you're family. And I always say, if there's one person who some of my stories can help, that's amazing. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what this is. The channel by itself is fine. I'm not stopping it anytime soon. I may take breaks here and there, mental health breaks, but other than that, I'm going to keep it rocking and rolling as best as I can. Now, granted, some non-horror features may be thrown in here, which I don't know if you guys or gals like or not. So please leave me comments on that if you want me to stick. Because for me, especially with the figures, as I said before, one, I don't have a lot of money to spend on action figures at the moment. And two, there's not enough new horror stuff coming out that I want to put in my collection. So I'm not going to buy and promote things that I'm not going to keep. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I have things on my wish list, so to speak, but that I'm eyeballing. But other than that, it's just, it is what it is. But, so, you may see a few more, various action figures from different genres and fandoms. But, so I was going to let you guys all know, this channel's still good. But now, to where I was. Where I was is, I'm not going to get too much into it, but on December 23rd, I was the closest I have been in a long time. You know what? Before I get into this, I should put this in the beginning, but my brain doesn't work that way sometimes. I'm putting a trigger warning in here now. I'm going to talk about, since YouTube doesn't let me, or TikTok, whichever, doesn't like me using this word, you know what, screw it. I'm going to be real. Screw it. What I'm about to talk about, I'm going to bring up depression and suicide. If those topics are trigger warnings or trigger you and you don't want to watch this, peace be with you. No harm, no foul. I don't want to trigger anybody with my journey. So, with that said, when so it's December 23rd. I was the closest I have been in a long time to ending my life. December is always a rough time for me. The holidays are always a rough time for me. I've always been depressed during the holidays. This holiday, for some reason, it was different. My last day at Target, and I only worked there for not even a month. I snuck into the bathroom, and I had a box cutter blade to my wrist. I just kept thinking, oh, it'd be so easy. It would be so easy. Talked myself out of it, and I went and I quit. Skip ahead to December 23rd. I was done. Because, as those of you who I'm sure are watching this, if you are, and you have depression or anxiety or any other instances of mental divergence, which, Christ, I hate that term, but at the moment it is a catch-all. But because of that, one of those things is I feel like a burden all the time. I feel like I'm burdening my friends. I feel like I'm burdening my roommate because I can't help with the rent. Like, I feel useless and I'm burdened. And I just kept thinking, it'd be so easy, it'd be so much better for everybody if I just was off the planet. Had a blade to my wrist. Like, I was pushing. It was hard, not hard, very hard. I kept seeing how hard I could push to break the skin. Then something in me again said, don't do it. This is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Get help. So I dialed 988, which is the suicide helpline, which, by the way, is an amazing resource. Because they got on there. I got a very nice lady who helped talk me off a cliff, so to speak. And she helped me out, gave me a resource to call and help, set me up with a therapist. And I was fine after that. And then a week later, almost to the day a week later, again, now the blade I was going to use, I gave to my roommate and said, put this in your car, get it the hell away from me. And he did. Next week, again, I just wanted off the planet. So I grabbed the steak knife. Same thing. I didn't do it, clearly. But man, again, I was so close. So close. So then I stopped, and then the next day I called the helpline to get a therapist. And they asked me questions. One of the questions was, am I having suicide ideations? And I said, yes, because I don't lie. And then I had to go through a mental screening one. And I said, yes, again. And then she kept insisting I get sent to the hospital. And I kept saying no, because I have no way home. And I'm already a burden. I don't want to be a burden again. And then she kept saying, no, they'll have a service to get you home. So I said, yeah, you know what? Yeah, because I don't feel safe right now in my own home with sharp objects. So they take me, and they don't let me leave. They put me in a hospital gown, take all my stuff. And while I'm in the hospital, something in me is like, no, I'm fine. Like, I was basically that whole night, I was away from social media. I was away from everything. Like, I decompressed. But I went from there to a mental health facility, which has its own stories. But all in all, it was a good experience. The food was terrible, though. So, but other than that, I went through, like, each day we had, groups you had to go to. You had to go to at least 3 out of the 4 of the groups. I went through them all. I learned a lot of stuff. They gave me some tools I can keep in my head to, use again if I'm ever in that place of sickness, as I'll call it. And went through a lot. I made some friends. This one chick named Denise, badass, absolutely badass. But we became friends. Like, I made friends with her. So that was good. It kind of felt good to be around people who also were going through some stuff. So I didn't feel like a freak or an outsider. I was there for 5 days until they sprung me, so to speak. But they were, as I look back on them now, like, at the time I was, oh God, I'm here. man, but as I look back at it now, it was only like a week or so ago, but those were 5 days that helped. Again, I was away from my phone. I was basically alone. The only thing I wish I was told this was about to happen, so I could have brought a book. But other than that, you know, it was 5 days. I had a routine. Got up early, took my pill, got my blood pressure done, went to, or my vitals done, had breakfast, group, like a whole lot of stuff. My last group, on my last day, on my last full day, basically had a breakthrough. Um, Told people's story, a story that only 5 people in my entire life know, and I was able to free it. I was able to share it and go into details about what happened, more graphic than I've ever gone into before, and that helped. And that also helped others in the group tell their story, which is also another reason why I want to do this. So I'm hoping me sharing will help someone else maybe share theirs with somebody. So that's where I was, and that's why the channel has been a little, well, off center, so to speak, just because I've had a lot of things in my head. Now I understand really that mental health days are important, very important. But I do have some more stuff coming. But so as I said, if this is something that you're interested in, just look for episodes that are titled "Screaming into the Void." I'm not going to make this a permanent thing, and if this gets no views, fine. If this gets 1 view and it helps somebody, even better. But a lot of this is just for me, so it's going to be a lot of my mental health stuff, and also some stuff that I just want to get off my chest that don't really work with the Fright Club at all. So there it is. I hope you all have a great day. I really hope that if you're going through something similar, I'm going to say something that I know is so much easier said than done, but please talk to somebody. Find somebody. Somebody cares. Trust me when I say this. Somebody cares. You may not think it. You may not feel it. You may feel like an outsider, like a freak, like a burden. Trust me when I say this. People care. Find somebody. Don't hold it in. If you need to call 988, do it. And also, I believe in all of you. I truly do. For every day, for everyone who's going through anything, every day that you go through is a win. Every day you deal with it is a win. And for all of us still on this planet that haven't taken that next step, pardon my French, but we're fucking rock stars. All of us. Catch you on the flip side.